Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Powerfully Her podcast. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for you that you're actually watching this and you're listening to this. And I hope it's helping you so much. Thank you so much. And I just want to say that we made it to episode 11. 11, y'all. Lucky number 11. It's such a huge blessing. And I'm so grateful and thankful. My husband, the man behind the brand, my backbone, he's right behind the camera. So he's in this with me. So we are an amazing team. So we are just so thankful and blessed and thank God to just be here in this special moment for you to share this with us. So thank you. Yeah. And we're going to keep going on. God willing, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going strong. Really passionate about this. It really means the world to me to know that I could show up in this way and I can be here to help you. I really want to be able to help women around the world that are struggling with identity and life and just everything, because I know how it feels. I know it could be tough. I know. So I just want to congratulate you and just say thank you for being on this journey with us. And we are here, episode 11, and let's get into it. So yes, we are here for Powerfully Her podcast, and I am the host and creator of this amazing podcast along with my husband, Powerfully Her. And what we want to do, and well, first of all, what this episode's about, what this episode is about, is burnout. This episode is about burnout. But before I get to that, I want to ask you, how are you doing? How are you? I want to check in with you. And wherever you're listening to this, if it's on YouTube, if you're listening to this on Spotify, Apple, if it is on YouTube, I would love for you to just email me. Just respond in the comments. Tell me how you're feeling. How are you doing? How are you feeling about this podcast? What's going on with you? I'd like to know. I'm a very involved person. I love communication, things like that. I'm like, so I really, how you feel is really important to me. And I hope you're getting the value that you need and deserve. So, and if there's anything you want to talk about, again, I'm open to that, as long as I've said in previous episodes is aligns with what we do here at Powerfully Her, which is empowering women to let them know that you're special and you're amazing. You are wonderful, just empowering you for you to have the life that you truly deserve, because you are created from greatness and greatness lives in you. And what that means is that there's so many things that you can do. And you're just so powerful, essentially. That's just the bottom line. You're powerful. And if I have not said it enough, that you are powerfully her, I will keep reminding you, but you are truly a wonderful, powerful woman. You really are. And this is why every single topic is carefully curated in a way to remind you of who you are, who you truly are. So that's why episode 11 is burnout. Burnout. We're going to dive right into it because that's just what I like to do. So, burnout. Burnout is tough. It really is. It is tough. It is scary. It is unsettling. It is frustrating. It is, sometimes you feel that it won't end. It can happen to everyone. But because I know what it is to be in the shoes, we've only walked in our own shoes. And I know, as far as being a woman and doing all the things and just having a lot on your plate, it can be a lot. It can be a lot. And how do we get to that place of burnout and what we can do to help alleviate and ultimately get rid of burnout? So burnout, well, as far as burnout and where it comes from, it's just stress. It's a bottleneck of stress. And what it is just an explosion. That's what burnout is. You are burning out. The fumes, the car is having a hard time driving. That's what burnout is. It is hard to get by. It is hard to see the light of the day, the light at the end of the tunnel. It's hard to believe that there is another way. That's what burnout is. Burnout is just like you're at your wit's end. You're frustrated. You're confused. You feel alone. You feel afraid. And I want to highlight alone, because we do oftentimes feel alone. And I want to let you know that you are not alone, Queen. You're not alone. And it may be difficult. And I understand it can be difficult. But this is why it's so important for you to recognize how wonderful you are and for you to show up to a platform like this podcast, because it's going to help you. It's going to give you the tools that you need to move forward for your life and those that you love. And when you show up in this way, you are being so courageous. That's another thing I have to highlight. You're so courageous. Like, that's amazing. That is amazing that you were showing up for you and you're like, you know what? I have to do something different. I have to make a change. This can't continue like this. And you're right, and it cannot. And God willing, it won't. And I'm here to help you. This is what this platform is for. This is what this amazing podcast is for, is to help you on that journey, because we are all on a journey. We're all on a journey, Queen. And this is to help you get you to where you truly want to be. So burnout is stress. It's a bottleneck of stress, frustration, confusion, feeling alone. It is all of that. When you identify that you have burnout, it'll be easier to, sometimes it'll be easier to unpack, but sometimes you might not know you're burnout. And knowing what burnout looks like is really important. A way of knowing you're burnt out is when you're frustrated all the time, you're stressed all the time, you have a temper, you have no patience whatsoever, you're breaking down a lot, you're crying a lot, you feel that you have no one to talk to, you feel like it's all on you, everything stands on you, you feel that there's nothing that can do to make it better. That's what burnout is. And burnout happens in all walks of life, in all shoes, heels, flip-flops, no shoes, okay? Burnout can happen to all of us as women. And it could be a season. It can be a season. And hopefully it is a season. Or maybe it's a moment. And I hope it's not something it's years. That's what I don't want for you. Because that's when things that come out of that it's like a tornado. You know, it's just so much negativity. And then there's some health risks that can happen too. And that's why the reason why it's so important to identify, if you're feeling this way, what you can do about it. So if you're feeling that way, and again, I'm a life coach. This is what I do. I'm a life and confidence coach. So I help I help high achieving professional women that's struggling with burnout. That's what I do. I help many clients do that successfully. They've gotten there because I love what I do. And I'm very into the struggles that my clients have, or anyone that is going, anybody going anything, anybody knows me, they knows I just go all in. But it's about that's what I do, is being able to help women with that. But at the same time, if you just knowing you and what you need to work on is really important. And that's what I do with that guide. So when it comes to anything that is trauma-based, and it's something where you feel that, God forbid, you might hurt yourself, I want you to get the help that you need. Because as a life coach and a certified life coach and confidence coach, my expertise is building you forward with positivity and goal setting. But if there's any trauma that you have and you feel that you might hurt yourself or those that you love, that's when you have to get serious help. And that's what I want you to do. I do not want you to play with that. I don't take that lightly, neither should you. And I pray that you are not in that boat. But if you feel that you might, get the help that you need, because there is help there. Okay. Now, as far as burnout and what it does, it just burns everything down. Everything you have, it burns everything out, because you're burning out. And what it will do is destroy your life if you don't make the necessary changes that you need to correct it and to fix it. Because it does not have to be forever, and it should not be forever. Because let me tell you something, Queen, life is not supposed to be like that. It's not. You're not. Yes, we're going to have bumps in the road, but dang, how much are you supposed to be going through? Like, seriously. Like, how hard does it really have to be all the time? Yeah, you're going to have some hardships. We all do. We all have moments where it can be really, really hard. But every day shouldn't be hard. Every day shouldn't be grinding. Every day shouldn't feel like I'm just always just trying to get it out the mud and I'm feeling like I'm struggling all the time. It shouldn't be that way. You should have moments of joy and happiness and seeing progress. That's what you should see, and that's what you deserve and you should have. And if you don't, I am going to give you some tools to hopefully get there, and God willing, you will get there. I remember a few times actually, myself feeling burnt out. And yeah, it's ugly, you know? Like I know that feeling. Just feeling like, what am I going to do? And the funny thing is it not the funny thing, but the ironic thing is, gotta be careful with words, is sometimes people think burnout is only happening to women that don't have that women, they feel that it's for women of a certain, when you comes to certain things, as far as when it comes to salary base, like if you're making over like 6 and 7 figures, there's no way you're burnt out. How could you? You have all of this money. There's no way. You don't know what struggle looks like. And I'm like, that's not true. It's just like, well, they have their own problems, but it's not like that. You could pay for it. That's not true. And that's why on this platform, I want us to care for everyone. I don't care if you wear Malone Blahniks or you wearing Converses or you wear flips. I don't care what you're wearing. What I care about is your character and your heart. And as women, we stand together, and everyone, we all stand together and uplift one another. So burnout has nothing to do with race, has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with gender, none of those things. Burnout has nothing to do with that. Burnout doesn't care. Burnout's like, I'm going to try to latch on to anyone that'll give me the time. And we don't give burnout the energy. Don't give it life. If it is if it's a moment, let it be fleeting, but don't let it stay. You're like, if you're going to stay, you're going to be paying rent. Okay? You're going to contribute to this mortgage. You're going to contribute if you're going to stay. So don't give burnout power. And also to not judge. And when I said, as far as it's like, well, burnout can't happen to those women. Burnout can happen. Anything can happen to anybody. But this is why it's important for us to care about each other. Genuinely care. And especially in this day and age, it seemed like a lot of people don't care. But then on the flip side, there are a lot of people that care. So let's be the caring people. Let's be the caring women that we truly are and be there for one another. So when it burnout, I would just remember that feeling. I remember feeling very stuck and just really feeling scared and alone. And I'm like, how am I going to get out of this? Like, what is it going to get better? And yes, it is scary. Yes, it is. And that feeling, that's the thing about being in hardship, is it's hard. It's difficult. You really don't think it's going to get better. But what worked for me, honestly, is my faith in God, communicating how I felt, communicating what I wanted, the way I spoke to myself, and being consistent. And those are the things that I want you to take away with you. Take what works best for you. That's another thing. I'm not going to be like, do this. Do what works for you. But having a big faith is important. But in order to get burnout out, let's burn burnout out. Let's burn it out. And how do we do that? Is number one, is you have to identify if you're having burnout. If you're feeling these feelings of negativity and I can't do it anymore, that is burnout. That is burnout. So how we start changing is number one is communication. How do we talk to ourselves? Because it's another thing. When you're struggling with burnout, sometimes you believe, well, I deserve this. Well, I should be going through this. Well, I'm stupid. And, I made this bad decision. So this is why this happened to me. And this is why everything is bad. And it's having this low confidence, this insecurity thing where you're talking so negatively to yourself. You feel that you deserve what you're experiencing. So that's another thing. Your language to yourself. How are you communicating with you? That's another thing. So takeaway is, number one, I want you to start having faith and believing and loving yourself and knowing that you need to start talking better to yourself to know that you deserve to have an amazing life. That's number one. Communication to you first. Then number two is communicating. It's real, communicating to those around you, your circle. If you have anyone around you, your family, your friends, anyone in your network, in your ecosystem that help you along your journey in life, communicate to them how you feel and why you feel that you feel so bogged down, why you feel that there's a load on you. Whoever is connected to you, whoever helps you, who is there with you, speak on it. This is why I feel this way. This is why I'm struggling. I feel that I'm just spread thin. I need help with this. Say that. If you need your significant other to help you when you both come home from work, if you're both working, first of all, let me back up. If you're both working, it is unfair for you to be the one that has to be doing the cooking if you're both working. Like that That doesn't make any sense to me. If you're out there working and your significant other is working too, it makes no sense it's all on you to go cook. No. You're like, no, what are we having for dinner? Okay, so that's another thing. That's that communication. That communication is we're equal here. We love each other, but communicate how I'm burnt out, I'm tired too, you're tired too. So we need to come with a nice system so we can either pre-make our dishes in the week where we're meal prepping, or where we are maybe ordering out once a week. Whatever we do, we need to have a plan. So come that day when we all know we're going to be hungry when we get home, let's have a plan in place so we know collectively together, we're in this together, what's for dinner. The same thing if you have kids too, because, it gets even more intensified if you have kids. I'm a mom, I get it. But having systems in place are what make things easier. But how do you do this? Communication. That's why I said number one, communication. So number one, how do you talk to you, Queen? That's number one. What are the things that are frustrating you? You have to do that. Number one, communicating with you first. And then you're going to talk about with your significant other, the things that are frustrating you while you're feeling burnt out. Whoever is connected to you, that's your number two. You go to that person, you say, I made a list of the things that why I'm feeling burnt out and how we need, but this is my journey. So I don't blow up. I don't want to lose it. And I need your help. There's nothing wrong with saying I need help. That's another thing. That is strength, not weakness. So speak up. You have to communicate. And number three, be consistent. Be consistent with it. Don't stop. Don't allow burnout to win. Don't ever let burnout to win. Don't ever let negativity win. Because when we do, we give it life, and then that will become our identity. That will be our life. And that's unfortunate. And you don't deserve that, Queen. And the other side of burnout is happiness, success. It is release. It is you reclaiming your power, which you have. You have that in you, which is wonderful and so powerful. That's what's in you. So reclaim your power, because burnout wants to take your power. Don't allow it. Don't allow it to stay. And how you communicate, again, communicate to burnout. Oh, you're not staying here. So get so in tune with communication, especially with you and those negative thoughts and those negative beliefs and negative things that you see. You're like, no, not here. You got to go somewhere else. Take that somewhere else. And I want to be clear, stress and things, we're human. Things are going to happen. You can have a moment of burnout. That can happen, but don't let it stay. And how you don't let it stay, communication. How you, number one, talk to you. Number two, how do you let others talk to you? Do you communicate how you feel about things that frustrate you or why you feel burnt out? Those are the things that are going to help you and making sure you're being consistent with doing the opposite of that so you don't receive burnout. Another example, if you're like, hey, let's say, hey, before we go out for work, let's just make sure we're taking the trash out. I come home from work and I see the trash is still, no one took the trash out. That frustrates me. And I'm the one that has to take it out. And over years, over time, you leave it fester inside of you, and then you explode. That can be burnout. On top of the day-to-day at work, the day-to-day in life, the day-to-day just being you, all of those things add up, and you can explode. But there is a way, there is a light, and that light is communication. Number one is, I believe in God. So that is the way, wholeheartedly. In addition to that, it is communication. Communication has to be really, really good. Get better with communicating to yourself and communicating to others for what you want, because if you don't, you will have a life that you're not proud of. You will have a life of misery, and that's not why you were created. You weren't created for that, You were created to have a wonderful life. You were created to live your dreams, dream with your eyes open. Remember that episode? You remember that? That was nice, right? That's why you were created, to help bring more good into the world. Not be burnt out all the time and watch other people live their dreams and struggle and all the struggle bus all the time and just frustrate. And that's just how it's supposed to be for us. Not here. No. Change the narrative. Change your life. Okay? Don't allow burnout to stay. Don't allow it to stay. And I'm here to help you. This is what I do, and I love to do it. Okay? I remember one of my other clients came in, and she was completely burnt out. It was two in particular. that I could think of right now. And, of course, privacy, don't give anyone's name, but she had 3 boys. And she would come in and she did all the shopping. Her husband was the one that he was the breadwinner, but she was the one who was doing all the shopping, things like that. Her children didn't listen to her. They were like they were like 12, 10, 11, 12. So they were really close in age. And her husband he's a bit much, but I let her know about her husband too. And I was firm with her. I'm like, what do you want? Our first encounter, first meeting, I let her know, I put a mirror up to her. I said, do you see this? This person. This is you. She's like, yeah, I'm just not beautiful. I was like, oh, no. Oh, we don't do that here. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm the perfect coach for you because what are you doing? What do you do? You said what? You said you're beautiful. I mean, you said you were ugly and you're stupid? I said, no, we can't. No. We need to change this right now. And it was in here. Her mindset was all over the place. It's completely negative. She was not mindful of who she really was. She didn't know who she was. But with my guidance, she got there. And now her husband sees a completely different woman that he's fallen madly in love with, of course. But the disrespect had to go. But I had to remind her who she was. And we did the mirror. I was like, here, look at this. Look at this. Look at you. Who is this? I see a queen. Who do you see? I don't subscribe to lies. I don't subscribe to negative things people tell you. I don't do that. That's not what I do. That's not who I am. And that's not who you are either, queen. So therefore, don't allow burnout to stay. And the other client, she had 2 girls. So the other one had 3 boys and she had 2 girls. And they were about, 3 years apart? Really sweet. But then her oldest daughter was, that teenagers, things like that. She was starting to challenge the mom a lot. And the same thing, her husband was also. He was a breadwinner. So, she was with the girls all the time. And her husband, similar situation, was pretty aggressive with her, and just his approach. When I'm saying aggressive, I don't mean physical or anything like that. I know you're like, what are you saying? Not like that. They were just very like, I want it this way and it's my way, that type of thing. But as far as that negativity and the trauma, no, that wasn't. And that was ever the case. If I saw that, I would escalate it immediately. I don't play with that. But their husbands were these men where it's more so like, I'm the man, whatever I say goes. And I'm like, yeah, okay, no. So, and her daughters were struggling. Her daughter was challenging her a lot and her husband was giving her a hard time. And just the same thing, they felt that because they were the ones that made all the money, they didn't have to do anything else. And my clients, they were frustrated. They were like, it's all on me. And now here I'm having my teenage daughter. She's disrespecting me. She's not listening to me. And we've had the sessions we had were really powerful, just like the other client I mentioned. And they were really powerful. And I let her know and the importance of making sure that she knows who she is. But I also spoke to the daughter too, both of the daughters, to show them how much of a superwoman their mother is, how much of a hero they have as a mother. And how beautiful she is, and to take care of mommy, to take care of mommy. I said, don't be like the other kids that are disrespecting their parents. You love your mom. Love your mom. And they have such a beautiful relationship now. It's more how it was before when they were younger. She's just a sweet woman, but both of my clients, or all of my clients are. And that's the importance of speaking up. But I gave them the tools to speak up for themselves. How are you talking to you? And how are you talking to those around you? Communicate to yourself. That is how burnout won't stay. It won't stay. And that is why it's so important to know who you are. And I'm here to remind you every single time. Okay? Every single time. I hope my scarf is not. I just feel like when I first put it on, it was like on my eyebrows. I was looking crazy. I was like, oh. But yes, it's important. It's very important, queens. So burnout. It is huge. It is an epidemic of burnout all over. And it should not be that way, y'all. It shouldn't. So number 1, takeaway. What are we going to do? We're going to start talking to ourselves better, communicating to ourselves how we talk to ourselves. What are the things that are frustrating you? Why do you feel burnt out? Make a list of how you feel and what's burning you out. And then, so 3 things. Number 1, how are you talking to yourself? Number 2, talk about the things that are frustrating you. Address the elephant in the room. Don't ignore it anymore. Don't ignore it, because if you do, it's going to completely take over, and that is burnout. And number 3, your significant other, anyone in your family, any of your friends, anyone connected to you that helps you in your life, speak to them as well about how you need their help and why you feel burnt out and what you can do to get things better, and be consistent and do the opposite of things that you're doing that got you to burnout. Do the opposite. Express how you feel. If you don't like something, say it. You're like, I'm frustrated, I have to do this all the time. To speak. Okay. There's so much power in communication and so much power in knowing who you are. And this is why I do this, is because it just lights me up just to know that there are women out there that truly need help, and that I can be here to help along the way that I've been helped. I'm just giving back what I've been given. Okay. And that's what we do here in Powerfully Her. So let me know how you feel about this amazing episode. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment anything that you would love for me to address, or songs at line or top, anything like that. Leave it in a comment. And I just want you to know that you're amazing. You're special. You are much more powerful than you know, and you are powerfully are. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.